Day 015. Imposter syndrome hits once again. Intentionally homeless rating. I didn't put it down. But intentionalities. Which intentionally homeless rating for this day might be, around 2.3. We'll just say that. Intentionalities. Intentional morning message. Tupac thought process. We are all going to get pimped. Homeless problems. Clean my dirty shoes for images purposes. Second, imposter syndrome for the Rover booking I will be doing. The intentional message, homeless message. What if you do impact and change 1 million lives? What if you do become a master communicator? What if you do get a PhD in positivity that can't be measured? What if you do build the jungle story into something that most people wouldn't understand? What if you do say unexplainable, do and say unexplainable in what you think are unbelievable goals to have a unbelievable life? An unexplainable life. What if? I packed up all my shit and made a video of the environment I'm sleeping in. Headed to the McDonald's so I can work on some content, and saw that homeless kid that I was talking to y'all about yesterday. He was making zombie-like movements and his body was slowly flailing and his arms around, and he just seemed high as shit. I was maybe 20 yards away from him. He was at the McDonald's entrance, and I went up to him and I asked him how he was doing, and he seemed to be sober up a little bit. Just crazy how you can continually do this to your body and your mind, your heart, your soul. He's a kid. He's a good kid. It means well, but he means well, but he's got this identity to get away from. He thinks he is, which is now the drug of what he thinks he is now the drug of what he thinks he needs. And I met him maybe 2 days ago, and he was really a dope kid, right? He just said he's been on this pill, fentanyl, it's like a fentanyl pill, which is called Blue, and he had no teeth, and he was young, and he was just being straight up transparent. He said that we went to rehab multiple times, and he just couldn't stop the addiction that he had. And I was trying to just give him words of advice and just my thought process and where he's at, and I told him my story, and he seemed to be inspired. But you never know. Someone's only going to change when they heard enough they have to, or they've learned enough they want to. That's as simple as that. And where he's at right now, he needs to help himself, and there's only so much anybody else can do for him. So we both end up going to the McDonald's, and he sees one of those his other homeless friends, and I go back to where I start working on my content. I realize my shoes are dirty as fuck. I go to the bathroom and try to clean them. You're probably asking, why do I clean my shoes? When I go to an environment consistently, I don't want to look homeless. I already have 3 bags on me. I want it to look like I just got off a plane from traveling. I respect myself and the environment, and I will receive the same energy back. What's crazy, the most stressed I felt about this whole experience was feeling like an imposter again. I have a Rover booking next week, and I'm staying at the client's house as well. I am doing 365 days, but it will be accumulatively. For example, I had done at day 006 days before I went to my boy's graduation and didn't count those days. I went to my boy's graduation and didn't count those 4 days that I was with him, is what I'm trying to say. And that means I'm doing this accumulatively. So if it takes accumulatively 2 years to get 365 days, then I will make that happen. Anyways, it's $288 from the 24th to the 31st. I know it's not a lot of money, but I just know if if I don't have that $300, that could make or break of me paying for the expenses I need to get done next month. Is that because I'm in survival mode, fight or flight? Is this me taking the flight and being safe? These are just questions that I've asked myself of why I've felt the way of the imposter syndrome, because I feel I haven't even posted yet that I've been intentionally homeless, and I'm sitting here on my first post in someone's house posting about me being intentionally homeless. But I create the rules to my game, nobody else. I create the rules to what my brand's going to be and what this journey means to me and how I can position myself in the best possible situation in the future. I just know I haven't made the best money decisions, and I have to start preparing myself for everything. I don't know how many people are going to sign up for my Patreon or help me with along my GoFundMe. I don't want to depend on other people. I know I'm going to need help to the top. I can't do this alone. I just hope I get the support and love for doing this booking for the next 7 days. And also I'll most likely be doing the door-to-door positivity tour that week. I have a lot of ideas. I'm trying to organize and make it into something special. I'm happy. I have more than less. Listening to the sports motivation podcast, he makes references towards sports, which I like because I played sports, but I never loved football. I love the attention and love I got from it, and the ability to make those happy watching me play. I never felt fulfilled because it wasn't for me. If you are always looking to do something that just to fulfill others, you will never know yourself. I always felt there was something else I should be doing. I enjoyed football. I enjoyed football, but never thought that, sorry, I'm outside right now. I'm by a highway right now and just trying to get this journal entry in. But I enjoyed football, but never thought, the NFL was a dream for me. What I did love was connecting to other people through knowing who they were. For some reason, I found that through partying, which sounds completely wild, but I did. I was maybe the most lit in the room at times, but I knew later on I could tell a fucked up story that then would do the same and open up to me about something in their life. I swear I love that shit. I realized I didn't need to be completely obliterated to do that. I can simply be myself completely and utterly, and be completely and utterly vulnerable, work on myself in every way, and then others would be willing to do so when they understood this guy is the most true and authentic version of himself, apologetically or unapologetically. I'm not sure which one that is. Yeah, unapologetically. That's not why I mentioned the podcast at all. But the host, Nee, mentioned a story about him feeling pimped when he couldn't eat food with the rest of the team because he wasn't on a scholarship. He referred to being pimped because of the interview he saw with Tupac. Their interviewer telling Tupac he is being pimped by the record labels because he's allowed to do this thug life, but he was a singer and he wouldn't make the same. Tupac said he begs to differ. He's getting pimped just like a woman would. Just how long are you gonna stay pimped is the question. Everyone's getting pimped, whether you work a 9 to 5 or for yourself. You just have to know there's a come up, starting from the bottom, working to the top. Tupac could have answered that with ego and felt he was being taken advantage of, but he spoke the truth in his situation. The reason I say that is because that's how I feel right now with this Rover job next week. I'm getting pimped for money again. What I do know is I'm in my process to pay the right price, which trying not to count the cost. I counted the cost with the Rover booking because I know I need at least to pay for my Verizon, Planet Fitness, and food expense to sustain for next month. I have to tell myself it's about where I am, but where I'm going. It's not about where I am, but it's about where I'm going. I'm not going to stay getting pimped. I know my ideas will come to fruition. I'm taking action towards, but doing 19 days intentionally homeless, being courageous enough to make this move to do the jungle story. I'm choosing to not stay in the position I was in, and I'm pivoting. This change is trying to challenge the foundation of what I'm building on. What's interesting is it seems in everybody else's eyes, taking this Rover job is low-hanging fruit. I don't want the fucking low-hanging fruit. I want the high-hanging fruit because I know what ideas and creative and pressure that puts on me to get it all done, to make it happen. All good. I'll take this knockdown. Maybe it won't feel that way next week, but I can't talk about wanting to create my own reality when I'm still in the Matrix. All good. I'm getting pimped for now. As Tupac says, the price comes from if you stay getting pimped or not. I'm already in my process to reach my path to fulfillment. Much love, keep spreading. Remember, love is the answer no matter the question. Hopefully the audio wasn't too crazy during this, because I'm literally sleeping by the highway making this video, but fuck it. Deuces.